What appears to have taken shape between Europe and Israel towards the United States. When Kennedy was assassinated and the Texas School Book was written and Two Virgins Pussy Bowl was put on, a eugenic, ethnic, black power promotion circuit. Congress of Racial Equality, comprehended by Reagan and his minions as being Two Virgins Pussy Ball, with the winner getting the Japanese trophy that was rightfully divvied out to the black man calling dibs. And Putin was evidently in on the arrangements. Through his friends at the University of Pittsburgh Philosophy School, what they reasoned out at their convent of higher learning, where they traffic students, was that America's government would tolerate an abridgment of the Ten Commandments and insult the fundamentalist tribes of the world along race lines. And the way they set it up factually was seducing me with a student teacher from India who told me she had a roommate. It was just for one night because I broke it off when she said she had a marriage of convenience to get her into the States to study. So the whole thing was slippery fish when it came to the legal niceties. But it created the Sharia creep terrorist mystique of Christian fundamentalism. And to add insult to injury, they came at me from a different angle with Howard Stern, Frank Zappa types of body, so that it looked like I was representing what happened in the vein of Chaucer, medieval body or lampoon. And they hyped this at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and the Pittsburgh Post-Dispatch because they were selling the war game as Reagan's vengeance for Lenin. And what they did when they killed my father was scribble physical graffiti on his obituary on the backside. And they represented the Green Party mechanisms of the NAACP in Pennsylvania and Seattle in sports pages at the Pitt News, signifiers, again, physical graffiti, so that they could claim what they did without being fingered for what they did. They made a great deal of violence towards me so that I would be very afraid to say anything about it. And it was all worked in cleverly into the semiotic system of the Hollywood machine involved in the crime, in the casework. There's a telltale clip that illustrates how it operated in the Mosaic that uses visualization of the script. And it was a cover story for the operation justifying the genocidal attack from the Gurdjieff School of Thought on Mount Desert Island. And Carnegie Mellon University's insider group were saying things like, let's have a barbecue, being flippant. In other words, they were like Nikki Haley signing bombs. They were signing the genocide like a war bomb, like a trophy. All while howling that they represented the victims because of the geopolitical circus that people like Jill Stein have been up to, and Peter Gabriel. They represent the victims because Rod Carreri was a patriarch and Jimmy Carreri was fly by night, unfaithful lover. And they called me the Walrus and spoke of subjecting me to successive degradations of the X motive. In other words, they were putting on what Ponsonboy called it may not be legal, it may not have been pretty, but it was legal to make a mockery of the laws that would allow for an adultery as one night stand. Never mind that I didn't know what it was going on, just an affair with a girl that they drama schemed with pit law schemata for the fundamentalist plan. And that's what they've done. I mean, they used murder weapons on me. They tortured me. Help never came. The exhibits are easy to see. They're easy to find. I've put them up online. The perpetrators have all but identified themselves. They used physical graffiti so that they could sort of slink away. But it's obvious who they were. Everybody knows who they were. It was done very openly and in cold blood. And they put pictures of Obama on the escalator saying, "The joke's on you." The joke. In '84, I was trying to warn people so that they would be safe and not at risk. And the perpetrators were saying one size fits all because they had the override switch. They were going to keep pressing. Reagan didn't know Lenin was a martyr. Reagan didn't know Lenin was a martyr. Just over and over and over again. Nah, 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 nah. Like Paul McCartney going, nah, 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 nah.